think it's less about kind of representing the event itself and more about how we remember the people, because that's what's been the legacy, is remembering the people we lost. There's this sort of abstract kind of place that you want to go discover. So I'm Chris Snyder. I'm a landscape architect in Seattle, Washington, and grew up in New York. Went to University of Virginia as a college athlete, and then on to Seattle in the early 80s. Through those board discussions, they talked about kind of the new headquarters. They kind of ended up on this kind of, let's build something out at Sparks. So we knew back in the, after the events of 9/11 that we wanted to do a memorial. When I started thinking about the location and what the memorial could be, it was sort of built around finding a site about how do we set this area, this little garden, beautifully within the campus here. Came out, saw the site before it was even kind of shoveled to ground, saw the power of the place, being kind of perched high and looking out over the rolling hills out there. There's the new field, which is where we play lacrosse in the modern day, and there is this meadow that's out to the other side, which is where they played lacrosse originally. And I thought it would be pretty cool if the memorial could sort of be in the seam of both of those. Really wonderful way to remember them by evoking the wonders of our sport of lacrosse. And to me, that was about the history of it, that was about the kind of beauty of it, and it was about the community of it. So this idea of, we're a big family of lacrosse people and there's something special about us. So those three elements became the things that I wanted to make sure were evident in the design. We have the hearthstone, which is the big rock in the middle. There's just facets in it and different veins of color, and it has these wonderful rusty kind of gold earth tones to it that really kind of locks it into the earth. And that, to me, that was the representation of our community, the lacrosse community, this sort of strength that, okay, we've lost some of our people, but the community still exists, and we'll never forget these people, but we're still strong. History of it was, I was thinking of the Iroquois nations and the 6 of them, and those 6 elements were the spirit sticks, and the idea that one, they're beautiful, the idea that our sport is beautiful, that the sticks themselves are these really sinuous forms, but by placing them in 6, so they're diagonally across from each other. If you walk along and you cross one of the axial lines, the actual sticks, because they're spun, they complete themselves. And then as you keep walking and they separate and then they complete again. And the idea to me was that, these sticks represent the spirits of the people we've lost. So it was important that those things had some scale to them. The spirit sticks went to the sky, essentially, is what I like, this idea your eye got carried up to the heavens. If you go to a memorial or any kind of monument, there's sort of a civic presence to it, or an outward presence to it, so that draws your eye from a distance, and you might not even know what it is, but you go, oh, there's something there. And then when you get there, there's this intimate piece of it. So I wanted the sticks to be that sort of outward kind of almost celebration of the lives of those that we lost. When you got to the hearthstone, you were kind of, the plants will eventually grow up and make these arms that kind of grab around you, and you can sit down on the bench and you're sort of enveloped in this space. So that's the intimate side of the experience. The sticks to me and the stone are the same, the hearthstone are the two things that are always going to be there, kind of, I won't say static, because the stone is so interesting and the sticks constantly move as you move around it, but they're going to be the reminders, I think, of our community and the people we lost.
When a visitor leaves the memorial, what do you hope that they take away?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know if I've thought about that one. But I hope that they have a moment to reflect, at least. That if they go into the space, it compels them to sit down for a second and, read the plaque and look up at the sticks going up to the sky and appreciate that they're in this beautiful landscape, and that's, that sort of we took care of this memorial and thinking about the people that it represents. And, if just one person does that, that'll be great.